Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. We missed you guys, but we enjoyed our trip visiting our family in California, and Disneyland was so awesome. We had a good time with the kids. It's not awesome at being a parent though, when you have to pay for it because it's extremely expensive, but we enjoy those moments, and that's something that I most definitely would love to. I don't mind paying for it when my kids have a good time. So that being said, we are back home. We have lots of plans for the backyard. In today's vlog, you guys are going to see our plan of our fire pit and walkways to our secret garden. And you'll also see the mindset behind it, and then a little twist on decorative concrete curbing. So let's go ahead and get into this week's vlog. In order to start this process of mapping out the fire pit and walkway areas, we needed to go ahead and make the circle of the fire pit. So Matt had to go ahead and make a stake. Good thing we have a lot of extra spare wood. He was able to go ahead and do that using his old miter saw that we usually just use for little projects like this. So once he made that stake there, looks like a really good one, we went ahead and put it in the middle of what we felt was the middle of our pergola area, and that's kind of how we decided on where the fire pit would actually be. And again, this pergola is something that Matt built for me last summer, so if you want to check out that and how we actually did it, make sure that we'll go ahead and link that video in the description. But so we went ahead and also got this piece of string. I believe it's like what is it, clothesline hanger or clothesline, and we thought that it would be big enough, but clearly it wasn't. So here I am just going around, and I'm trying to tell Matt, like, okay, this is kind of like the size that I want it, but then I'm like, wait a minute, this is a little bit too short. So we went ahead and tied it to a zip tie to allow us to have some more leverage going around. Okay, so once we decided to get rid of that clothesline, we did go back and use the actual extension cord. And the reason why you see us put the chairs back in that area is because we kind of wanted to make the circle around what felt comfortable as far as the seating. So we didn't want to make the circle and then accommodate the seats within the fire pit area. We wanted to make sure that we created the fire pit area where the seating would be and how many people we could actually accommodate, because technically once this is all done, it could fit 6 people, probably even more. So we decided to go ahead with that method and put the chairs down and then go ahead and go around and mark the marking. So once we went ahead and did that, moved the chairs out of the way, then Matt is just going around from where we stopped it on the, like we got the measurement, and then we went ahead and used some spray paint just to spray it around, and then he's just going around and making that perfect circle. So again, we used the extension cord, pulled it to as far as we needed it, held it there, and then went ahead and made a perfect circle going around, and it actually worked pretty well. And then once we got done with that, we put the seating back in there so we can see exactly how it looked. It was extremely hot that day. So here it is. We have the Curbing USA come, and I wanted to go ahead and see about just not making it a random or like a basic fireplace area, but just laying out some bricks and filling it with stone or whatever, or gravel, and calling it a day. So I actually found this Curbing USA online. asked her to come out, give me a measurement. So you see her there with her measurement going around. And she measured the circumference of the circle. She measured a walkway, 2 walkways, so one from the gate and then one from our patio underneath our deck for us. And then that's just me putting the seating back there. And that's actually the design that we came up with for the size of the fire pit. And I feel like it fits perfectly. Everyone won't be on top of each other. Again, there's only 4 seats that we have now, but we did order 2 more. You'll see that a little bit later in next week's vlog, but I just love how it came together. So Matt went ahead and originally put the walkway, or measured out the walkway, but when I actually walked the space, and you guys will probably saw that on our Instagram, I just felt like it was just a little bit too tight, and I wanted 2 people to be able to walk through the gate comfortably side by side if they wanted to. I also thought about the future, like our kids, prom pictures, things like that, and which are coming up pretty soon. Our daughter's graduating next year, and our son right after that. So anyways, I just saw all of that in my mind, and I was like, nope, it needs to be a little bit wider just to feel more organic. And then also, we didn't have any issue with taking up a lot of our grass back here because the backyard gets a lot of shade, so it's kind of hard to keep the grass alive back here. So you'll see that's one of the reasons why the fire pit is so large, because within that area, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw, there was a lot of dead spots within the grass, and it's just been a constant battle for the last 2 years to keep it nice and healthy like the front yard. So it wasn't really an issue for us to take up most of this grass. So we ended up using that as my faux brick panel, and it's actually 4 feet wide. So we just used that as a template, went around, extended it, and it just was perfect. So once we went ahead and connected this over to the fire pit, we knew exactly that was the width of the walkway that we wanted, and that was our template. So it looks like we're running out of some paint here. So Matt was very resourceful and went ahead and got our edger and actually edged out the rest of the walkway. But can you see it? It's just so nice and it just flows very well. It also allows for the main entrance of our gate to be the focal point. Those hydrangeas are looking amazing. I can't wait in the next couple of years. They're going to be huge and gorgeous. I just love it. Another thing as well is we extended our gutter. So we extended it underground, dug a trench, it was a lot, and then went ahead and extended it down to the slope, but wanted to make sure that we handled the drainage area before we did that. So this is the day that Curbing USA actually came. They used a sod cutter, which I wish we had one of those, but they went ahead and used our existing lines that we had there, and they went ahead and cut out the sod just so we can make the walkway. This particular part of the walkway went ahead and bowled it out a little bit just to give it a little bit of a pizzazz, make it a little bit different, nice focal point from when you come out of the basement door. But I highly recommend them. Normally they only do front flower beds, and this is actually the first time that they actually did something like this for us. and I absolutely love it. I think it came out so beautiful. They haven't seen what it finally looks like because we actually finished this weekend. We're still working on it, but we did a big part of it that you guys will see next week. But they want, you know, pictures and stuff. But I highly recommend them. They are based out of Cartersville. They came and those boys were working, I'm telling you. They got here like at 6:30 in the morning, so they were done by 10:30. They were that quick. But they did such a good job. So again, like I said, that sod cutter there, made sure to cut out the sod, and then we had them just to go ahead and dump it in our backyard. Now this machine was so cool. It takes two people, it looks like. So he was just mixing. This is actually the concrete that we asked for. They come in different colors, different patterns that you guys can get. But we decided to go on a darker charcoal color because it kind of matched with the theme of our backyard of doing the black and the white. Now this did dry to a lighter color, which is more of like a charcoal rather than right here it looks black. Matt wishes that it would have stayed black, but with concrete it will dry a little bit lighter than what it originally looks like when it's wet. But the attention to detail is what I love the most. I mean, they were so sweet, so kind. They asked us each step of the way if we were liking it, what did we think about it, you know, was it the right color, thickness, I mean everything. They were just really on it, and again, I highly recommend them. They were just so professional, and that's really important to us. Professionalism, customer service. I mean, they did an awesome job. So Kirby USA for the win. this is the moment when I walked over and I just saw my dreams come true. It was everything that I envisioned, what I planned for, what I thought the space could be, and what it should be. It was just amazing, and they executed amazingly. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and enter our secret garden. Again, I love that sign. I just love it. So coming in our walkway here, again, we did decorative curving. Normally this only goes in the front of a flower bed, but being me, I had to change it up a little bit, and I reached out to a company called Curbing USA. I have to say that they were awesome. They were the communication was awesome. I'm very big on communication. I didn't have to pay anything until the project was done. There was no deposit that was required or anything. They came out, gave me a quote. I explained to them what the project was and what I was going for. This is something normally you would line a flower bed with, but I decided to turn it into a walkway and also line our fire pit. So we chose a color which is more so on a black side, but it's like a dark charcoal kind of gray. And then we chose the print of like a brick outline. It'll get a little bit lighter than what it currently is now, but because we have the theme of black and white going on out here, I thought that it would just go well with everything that we have. It made the backyard a little messy with spots because it is the dry of the color texture, but as we mow, they said it'll come up within the next 2 mows or so. So coming down this way, again, all of this is going to be filled in with marble chips. We'll actually insert a photo to let you guys know exactly what it'll be, so that way it lightens up the space and it doesn't seem to be so dark. At first we were going with slate, but I decided to go with the marble chips because I just felt like it'd just be too dark, and so that was something that we ultimately changed and went to our local rock yard. But just a quick glimpse of the hydrangeas. They're looking so beautiful. I just love them so much. They're looking so good. That is a quick fire fab right there, but anyhow, I just had to show that. So as these get larger, they're gonna line your walkway as you're walking through, and that's just the aesthetics I was going for, and I absolutely love them. So coming over this way, again, as our guests walk through our walkway here, or our path to the fire pit, which is gonna have so much fun. We can't wait to use it. We already ordered our solo stove that gets here on Monday. Tomorrow is Matt and I's anniversary, which is Friday. You guys will see this on Sunday, so it would have already passed, but 13 years of marriage. And hopefully tomorrow he takes me to a garden center and buys me some flowers to fill.
Oh, Lord.
This area of our fire pit. But do you see that? That's rain, babe. We need rain, yes. So we need to hurry up and finish this because it's going to start raining. But here in the fire pit area, again, we'll have that white, grayish color marble chips in it. And the chairs are black, so we have the chairs already over there. We have 2 additional chairs because we did partner with Costway. And then we have some other things too that we're gonna fill this area, and it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. This series is gonna be, it's coming down, it's going to be a 3-part series. So the first vlog here, you'll just see everything coming together, which is the design, but I absolutely love it. I hope you guys loved it just as much as I love it. If you guys are interested, we'll make sure to put the information in the description if you live in North Georgia. But their business is in Cartersville, and we're here in North Georgia, north of Alpharetta, Georgia. So, I mean, they came all the way to me, so I'm pretty sure that they can reach out to you guys too, depending on what area you guys live in. But I absolutely love it. It is a son and mom duo. They have a little bit of a team, but her name's Tanya, and she's the one that does the quotes, and then her son comes and does the work. And I absolutely love it. So again, thank you guys so much from Curbing USA for coming and making our dreams come true. I can't wait for it to all be finished. I told Tanya that I would send her lots of pictures and videos, but ultimately I love it in this rain. It's coming down. So again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, share it with a friend. And next week, I'm telling you guys, you're gonna love to see exactly how it all comes together. Bye guys.